What up, Talkin Fight fans? Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of Knuckle Up and the return of it. Yes, my friends, I am back after a short hiatus, and for today, I'm making sure that I have a good show for you, and I have somebody in the studio, none other than the Muslim boxer, Muhsin Cason, the man, the Cruiserweight, undefeated, 11-0, big fight in Saudi Arabia, great performance. We got him in the studio. We're going to talk to him today. So, guys, let's get it underway. Champ, welcome.
What's up, Champ? Thanks for having me.
No problem. If you could just keep your phone steady so we could, just perfect.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Yeah, man. So it's been a while since you've been on. You've been up to a lot of things, man. Big fights. Saudi Arabia. Can we talk about it? Let's share in that experience.
Oh man, Saudi Arabia was an amazing experience. They the hospitality, the professionalism, skill challenge, Amr Abdullah, they were amazing. I cannot wait to go back there. And whenever they want to call me, I'm always welcome. I'm always, I'm eager to go back.
Definitely. Honestly, what a great performance, man. Honestly, your corner, your team, you guys are really putting in that work. You can really tell. Honestly, what a dominant performance right from the shot. Run us through that big hit that just dropped them.
So we were working on that, over the camp. My coach actually told me, just jab him for the first round.
Okay.
That's really what he said. He said just jab him for the first round. But I just saw something, and off of instinct, I threw it. I wasn't trying to throw it. It was just off of instinct. I saw the shot because when I stabbed him to the body, I saw him buckle down.
Right.
And when I saw that buckle down, I said, "Oh, I got to throw it." So I just threw it. I mean, and luckily it landed 7 seconds into the fight. I dropped him, and then I had to tell myself that, you're fighting an 8-round fight. You got to stay composed in there, and you also have to don't blow your load thinking that, you got to get him out of there. So after that, I just boxed him. It was just having fun after that, I didn't know that he wasn't going to come out in the second round, but because I was expecting, this guy might want to go 8 rounds.
Right.
So I said, let me go ahead and compose myself and just stay calm the whole entire time. But thank God, man, it was a great performance. I always give my thanks to Allah, and that was it. It was a beautiful night of boxing. It was a beautiful experience, and hopefully I cannot wait to get back on that stage again.
Definitely. I'd like to see you a lot more in the year, man. Your last fight was February. What's the plan? You going to fight again before the year?
I believe so. We got some things coming up. I'm just waiting on, if some ink dries. Once the ink dries, I'm in a lot of miles, but, we're just waiting we're trying to make sure that we get the biggest fights.
Right. Right.
A lot of the times that people will say, "Oh, well, he just got the knockout. Well, let's go ahead and put him right back in there and do this and all those." So they're not actually able to work on. I'm not actually able to work on the things that I actually want to work on.
Right.
So now, you'll see me next time. You'll see a better, more composed, better boxing Muhsin Cason, in the ring. So I'm excited.
Definitely. Let's talk about Abdullah. Like, how did meeting him go about? Like Amir Abdullah, the man,
Amr Abdullah, we were friends before we even, started working together or anything. It was just something like, it was basic. He didn't want to work with me at first.
Okay.
Yeah, because at the time I was like kind of depressed. I wasn't really giving it all. But when I moved to Philly, I went 150% on social media. I went 150% in the gym, and he started seeing like, oh, okay, you're really serious about this. Right. And so I had eventually asked him like, hey, would you like to work with me? And he was like, let's do it.
So how long has it been now since you guys have been a team?
What was that? 2021.
What do you think the biggest improvement has been in your game since taking him on, or him taking you
on? Being more professional, learning the business side of it, and also understanding that, fast money isn't always good money.
Right.
So learning that, I'm building something that can last me for a very long time instead of saying, let me be the hype that everybody wants to see right now.
Right.
You know what happens most of the time? The fans are like, well, we want to see him again. Well, we want to see him. And you're burnt out by the time you actually want to get a title because you've been fighting 4 times a year.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I like to fight more, but the great thing is I'm able to talk like this for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I'm getting on big cards. I'm getting on, cards that put a staple in my career.
Right.
And I can always say I was there for that. I fought
Exactly.
on that card. So, that's the great thing about it. Amr has really taught me, just stay composed, stay composed, stay stay vigilant and be patient, but also keep working.
Right.
Like I don't have any fight lined up, but I just went 9 rounds sparring today with 2 different heavyweights. As you can see, you already know me and my social media are like hand
Well,
in hand. I'm never stopping my social media, and it's become a point where, I'm doing it for a reason. I'm doing it, I'm doing it for the kids. I'm making sure that I can help promote Muslim kids and encourage them to be better, unapologetic,
right.
about themselves.
With the religion, how does training and fasting go hand in hand? Gotta know.
Man. So I mean, I've been Muslim all my life. So fasting really is just a mental thing.
Right. Right.
And then on top of that, it's just like, man, imagine I fast for 30 days and I work out. Imagine, these homeless people, some people who have no food, who have to wait for days at a time. Like, all right, cool, I'm not fasting, but my refrigerator is still full.
Right.
I mean, and I only got to fast until a certain time.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I could be like, oh man, I'm hurting and everything, but then it's just like, man, like, spiritually, it just makes me stronger. So I really appreciate being able to deal with my camp, deal with my workouts, and still be able to fast and be able to do it. So it just makes me stronger and hungrier because, if I can get through that while not eating, when I get some food in my system, dangerous man. Dangerous man.
That's right. Oh, if I'm this dangerous when I'm hungry.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. I get that.
But that's why cutting weight is easy. Not being able to eat or cutting weight and doing a smart thing. And then I've learned to just live my life like a boxer all the time.
Right.
So even though, like I said, even though I don't have a fight, I still eat the same thing that I'm gonna eat, while I'm fighting or when I. So now I'm always on weight, and it doesn't take that long to really get in shape because I'm always in shape.
Right. Right.
So,
that's I guess that's benefits of it, right?
living and breathing boxing, but it's the same thing as just like social media. Yeah, I'm the Muslim boxer online, but I'm also the Muslim boxer all the time. I'm always Muslim. I'm always trying to be the best Muslim I can be. It's not just for show.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is what I do. Just like it's not just for show for me to just box all the time. No, I do this. This is what I do. I love to work out. I love to be healthy. I love to clear my mind, and it's definitely a healthy mental escape from all the negativity and everything that goes.
Exactly. That comes along with boxing, right? Because
absolutely
huge negativity, there's huge negativity in boxing.
Absolutely.
That the politics are crap. People are always trying to get one up on you, and it's just you got to have your mentals just as sharp as your physical, right?
Absolutely. It's an aggressive game of chess.
Yeah. Yes, I like that one.
That's all it is. Aggressive game of chess. You got to keep going, and no matter what's going on, no matter what obstacles coming your way, you just gotta keep going. But that's life. That goes with anything. That's not just boxing. That's any part of life. I'm sure you understand with this podcast. There's you want your podcast to be on Showtime, but it's like, all right, cool. I have to keep going, keep the consistency because eventually they'll see the consistency.
Exactly.
And they'll see what I got on here. That's all it is. That goes with anything. That's not just boxing. That's life.
I gotta ask the shoes in the last fight. What was what? I wanted to ask. You came out in a pair. What were they? Jordans.
All right, so they were Nike Air Maxes.
Okay.
So I had red Nike boots. Nike boxing boots.
Yeah.
I thought I put them in my outfit bag.
Right.
I'm getting my hands wrapped. I'm all relaxed. It's time to put my clothes on. My shoes aren't there.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, oh man. So then my best friend, Adam, he's like, all right, bro, I'll go get him. He's walking around. The stadium is full and the traffic is nuts.
Okay.
Our driver is like, we're not going to get out of here. It's not possible. So then I go ask Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, I asked his brother, like, yo, what size shoe do you wear? I think they do wear 13, but they said 11. And I realized that 11 in the UK is a 13.
Okay.
But Tyson Fury had on like expensive slides, right?
Yeah.
So I was just like, all right, whatever. So then one of the guys that I was with, shout out to Damien. Damien is like, I'm looking at Damien and I say, I look at his shoes and I'm like, what size shoe do you wear, bro? He's like 13. I said, you're gonna have to come up off of them. I said, I'm wearing those. So my man Adam is like rushing. He's like, Muhsin, I can't get a driver. I said, listen, we've come way too far to worry about no shoes, bro. I said, if I'm gonna get knocked out, I'm gonna get knocked out in these shoes, or if I'm gonna win, I'm gonna win in these shoes. I said, we come way too far to be worried about how we look. Because it's not gonna change how we fight.
Oh man, did you hear the commentary from that fight? Like,
yeah, Sean Porter. He was they were like, so I get home on Tuesday, and they're like, yeah, Muhsin Cason, I knew he was going to come out with certain type of shoes because he wants to move around. I'm like, all right, I'll take it. But I was just like, nah, I just forgot my shoes. So I'm getting calls. I think I had like 100 messages. Yo, what happened? Though you really decided to fight in Nike shoes, bud? I said those weren't even mine.
I think you set a trend because there have been some guys that are now following in your footsteps and they've been wearing Nikes out to fights. And
I like it. Listen, I like it. I just hope listen. Even if I don't get credit for it, we can always see on ESPN that I fought in some Nikes.
Yes, you did.
So and like I said, it doesn't matter. I was going to fight my fight.
Yeah. Even if you had to go there barefoot,
I was going to fight my fight.
That's awesome.
It was fun. It was a great time. It's definitely always a story I can tell. I can tell my daughter was there. She didn't. She's 2, but eventually, we can laugh about it later. Like, Daddy forgot his shoes.
Oh my gosh,
crazy.
That's hilarious. It reminds me of a story that I heard that Marvelous Marvin Hagler, on his way to a fight, got to the airport and realized he didn't have the belts.
Wow.
Yeah, so don't worry. Shoes is not a big thing.
Shoes.
Shoes are shoes. Belts are belts. What do you got planned for the new year? What's what do we from you? What do you want to accomplish? What do you want people to see?
A lot. I couldn't even tell you the list, the to-do list that I have in order to get this done. I definitely want to get ranked. I want to become, by 2025, I definitely want to be in the top 3, top 2, whatever, being called for the WBC, WBO. Next year, I want that to be my year to say that, I am the next Cruiserweight champion.
Right.
And so but like I said, it's in due time.
You're ranked 10th right now in the US.
Number 4.
Well, there you go. And
I just found out I'm number 4 now.
Oh, so no, you've gone up. Okay, so they haven't updated it yet. You're now number 4. So that means, could we possibly see a fight between you and Brown?
Brown is Cruiserweight now.
Is he? Oh, okay.
Is he?
I think so. I believe so.
No, that was a question.
Yeah. No, he's a Cruiserweight now.
If he's a Cruiserweight, then by all means, I would love to fight Brown. You know what I mean? If he's coming up to cruiserweight and not standing at light heavyweight, he can come up with the big boys.
I think honestly, I think that'd be a nice fight between you.
I think it would be a beautiful fight. I think he's fast. I think he's a great fighter. Like I said, I would definitely be down. I think he has a lot of experience, so he'll bring something that that I'm still getting used to. So I would love to have that. Him, there's a few people that I think would be great. I know the IBF world champion, the guy from New Zealand.
Oh,
I
yes.
want some of him too.
Yeah, you want some, right?
I want some of that too. I know IBF is a little more strict, so you got to really work your way up. But I definitely want some of him.
Definitely. Okay. So hopefully we get to see you a lot this. Well, not a lot because I don't want you to wear yourself out, and I don't want you to stop making your videos, man, because they're funny as hell.
Thank you, I appreciate
it. Let's talk about some of these. Where do you get these ideas? Honestly, my favorite was the Jerry curl, bro.
It's life. It's literally so my life is what I make these skits about. That's why they come so often, because it's I enjoy life and I enjoy the great moments that I have, and so I just turn them into skits. Right. Like even the lotion skit that I actually just did. That was real.
Okay.
That actually happened, and so I told my friend Charles, I was like, "Yo," I said, "Let's just do it again." Because it wasn't that dramatic, but I was just like, because the lotion bottle was on the floor, and I looked when I came inside, I was like, he was like, "That's not what it looked like, bro." I said, "Yeah," and I was like, "Bro, we gotta do this as a skit."
Yeah,
and we did it right there.
Yeah, let's go.
You know what I mean? And so, like I said, is life experiences that the Jerry curl.
Yeah,
you just always know those old heads.
Yes, man. Yes, I pictured the barbecue and the man.
Exactly. The old head. The Eddie Murphy skits where he used to. He had the slow go.
Yeah.
And from Coming to America.
Love it.
And I just always enjoyed good comedy. That I don't have to curse in. I don't have to really use profanity or provocative language or provocative material, and we can just laugh about it without damaging my soul. You know what I mean? I'm still Muslim and I have to represent the Muslim boxer.
Exactly.
And so that comes with a lot. So I have to make jokes that they're funny, but they're healthy.
They are. I love how you introduce the wife in some of them. Sometimes she's game for it. She loves it too, eh? That's good. That's good. Good lady to support you, man. Always good to have a good woman behind you to help you support your dreams and everything. And
absolutely
and everything, man.
Definitely appreciate it. She helped me become a man in a lot of ways.
Right.
Definitely support it. Unfortunately, I'm divorced now.
It happens.
One thing we can never take from my ex-wife is nobody will ever say that they helped me become the Muslim boxer except for her.
There you go.
You know what I mean? She definitely held me down and helped me become a man, a father, and the Muslim boxer that I am, and I can never not thank her for that.
Right.
So nobody will ever get that prop, and nobody can ever say that they helped in that way.
Right. True. That's excellent, man.
So props to her.
What's the biggest thing you've learned so far in your career? Because people say a loss is a lesson. You don't have one. So what's the biggest lesson you've learned so far in this game?
Be patient. There is your time is your time. If you rush it, you might run into something that it was not meant for you at that time because you weren't ready for it.
Right.
And that goes for fighters, that goes for the experience, that goes for lights, that goes for cameras, that goes for everything. A lot of times we want to get to that pinnacle of money and things like that, but God is really testing you and putting you through certain obstacles so that way you know how to deal with it. Right. And so that way when it's actually time for you to deal with it, you're good. It's not going to bother you. It's not going to make you have anxiety because you're just okay with it.
Right.
So, for instance, that the shoe thing,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that would have bothered me in my other fights.
Right.
Because
Okay.
I would have been thinking about how I look.
Ah.
You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
would have been thinking about how I look on TV and stuff like that. But building this social media up, I've been in front of cameras for a long time now.
Yeah.
And so I don't care what I look like in front of people because I'm going to be unapologetically me.
Right.
But I had to learn that, you know, through my social media and stuff like that in order to get to the point where I don't care if I'm on national TV. I got 500,000 followers on social media. Somebody's looking at me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? People are always looking at me. And so if I really cared about that, it would be a lot. It'd be a lot to deal with. But because of that, you know, I was able to deal with it in a calm manner and just work through it.
Yeah, definitely. So we're gonna see lots more of you on social media. Definitely.
Always. I'm coming out with a podcast soon.
Excellent.
Excellent. You know, so we got to have you on there.
Definitely, I'll come for sure.
You know,
then you get to grill me, put me in the hot seat.
Absolutely. So coming out with a podcast, 2 comedians, 1 boxer. So it's gonna be hilarious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like
2
that.
comedians, 1 boxer, and we're gonna be talking about everything. And so I really am looking at that. I'm looking at getting into shows and movies for right now, and you know, just being able to be a positive role model for young athletes, young Muslims, you know, who are kind of struggling through, you know, the religion.
Right. So are you involved in a mentorship program right now?
No, I'm not involved in a mentorship. I just do programs. Like I'll go to programs and I'll talk to kids and I'll tell them, you know, hey, it's okay to make mistakes. You're okay. You know, I always tell people, like, you know, God had got you know, Allah has a lot of mercy for you. It's the same way, if you really think about it, the same way you fail your test, you don't think you're going to fail college. You're just like, dang, I failed the test. Man, my GPA is going to go down a little bit, but I can bring it back up.
Right.
That's the same thing with your spirit. All right, cool. You make a mistake. You do something that's not, you know, really pleasing to God. But guess what? He gave you the mercy to keep going, so that way you can go ahead and rectify your mistakes. And not saying you got to feel bad about it. Just, all right, cool. Let me make sure I don't do that again. It's like getting hit in boxing.
Yeah.
You get the jab pissed out of you. You be like, let me keep my hand up.
Yeah, that's right.
Let me keep my hand up.
Yeah.
It's just simple. You didn't get knocked out. It's a lesson learned. Let me keep my hand up.
Exactly. So next year we're gonna see you, hopefully, championship. I'd like to see that. So one more time, do you think before the end of the year you'll be in the ring?
I believe so. We're looking at sometime at the end of the year, maybe late November, early December.
Okay.
And then I'll definitely give you a heads up off of here.
Yes.
I give you a heads up, let you know what's going on, and then we'll go from there.
Excellent. Well, champ, I'm not going to keep you too much longer because I know you're a very busy man. You just got out of the gym.
I appreciate it, man.
Always a pleasure having you come by and join me, man.
Thank you for having me. Always a pleasure having me. Thank you.
Yes. Let everybody know where they can follow you.
Y'all know where to follow me, the Muslim Boxer, on all platforms. I'm actually coming out with a mixtape now because I'm a 30-year-old rapper.
Okay.
With all of those, I forgot to say that, with all of those you know, remixes that I've done, people have been requesting it, so I said let me go ahead and make a little mixtape. It's going to be free. I'm not trying to make any money off of it. I'm not a rapper.
Right.
Just some enjoyment, some fun.
Awesome. I can't wait to hear it. Yeah, man. Let me hear it when you drop it, man. I'm down for it. I can't wait.
Absolutely.
It'll be great. All right. Well, guys, thank you for tuning in to today's episode of Knuckle Up with my man, the Muslim Boxer, Muhsin Cason. Champ, I love seeing you in the ring. Can't wait to see you again.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, champ.
You know what it is. Thanks. Peace.
All right. See ya.